Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, January 17th at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 570 headlines from 108 fees we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Ex-Florida data scientist Rebecca Jones turning herself in to face new charge. Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin turns from his son's funeral to managing Trump's impeachment. Armed man arrested near Capitol with unauthorized inauguration pass, 500 rounds of ammo. 18 Chicago cops caught lounging in a congressman's office during the George Floyd protests have been disciplined. Aide to Lauren Boebert resigns following Capitol riots. A couple of Capitol rioters told the FBI an officer shook their hands and said it's your house now as insurrectionists stormed the U.S. Capitol. Pew, Biden to start presidency with strong performance ratings. A Virginia man was taken into custody by U.S. Capitol Police after trying to enter a checkpoint with fraudulent credentials and a loaded weapon, reports say. UN says breakthrough achieved in Libya transition talks. Communications director for gun-toting Congresswoman quits. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Virginia man arrested at inauguration security checkpoint in possession of gun, 500 rounds ammo and non-government issued credential, police say, The Washington Post. Banking heir Benjamin de Rothschild dies at 57, Associated Press. Hotel cancels Hawley fundraiser after Capitol riot, we are horrified The Hill. James Harden makes Brooklyn Nets debut after all trade physicals complete, ESPN. Major NRA donor to challenge gun group's bankruptcy over alleged fraud, The Guardian. As Trump leaves the stage, Republicans grapple with new conspiracy caucus, CNN. AOC casts blame on Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg for Capitol riot, New York Post. Washtenaw County woman is Michigan's first known case of coronavirus variant, Detroit Free Press. Biden seeks quick start with executive actions and aggressive legislation, The New York Times. Migrant caravan demands Biden administration honors its commitments, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Virginia man arrested at D.C. checkpoint with gun, 500 rounds of ammo, reports. Joe Biden, GOP lawmakers who didn't wear masks during Capitol riot need to grow up. India kicked off world's largest COVID-19 vaccination campaign. Far-right personality baked Alaska arrested in insurrection probe. Joe Biden's stimulus plan emphasizes school reopenings. DC cop who fought MAGA mob, my pleasure to crush a white nationalist insurrection. Authorities are preparing for even more far-right violence. COVID-19 cases on flights to Australian Open confine 47 players to hotel rooms. Where does the American far-right go from here? How Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief proposal helps women. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Travel warning issued ahead of blizzard. Vehicle strikes cruiser, slams into home. Boy held hostage reunited with family. Man faces charges after deputy is shot. Doctor gives free services to homeless. 180-year-old woman beats COVID-19. Family with virus couldn't smell fire. Customer, student starts golf and me for popular bar. World War II vet celebrates 97th birthday after tough year. Woman dies after being hit by officer's vehicle. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. NFL playoff updates, Packers lead Rams 3-0. NASA cuts short test of its giant rocket to the moon. Far-right activist baked Alaska is among the latest Capitol rioters to be arrested. Virus updates, world braces as new variants spread. Go ahead, fantasize. Children's screen time has soared in the pandemic, alarming parents and researchers. Could Mitch McConnell support impeaching Trump? Joe Biden actually has a COVID plan. Biden seeks quick start with executive actions and aggressive legislation. Shadows on the Silk Road. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. SF Giants owner under scrutiny for donations to Rep. Boebert's campaign after Capitol riot. Rapper Bow Wow defends himself against criticism for packed club performance amid coronavirus pandemic. Judge dismisses 39 cases against 28 Black Lives Matter protesters in Detroit. Missouri woman who allegedly posed with Pelosi's nameplate charged in connection with Capitol riot. Twitter says bug prevented users from searching Lincoln Project amid sexual misconduct allegations. U.S. Capitol Police arrest man with unregistered Glock, 509 rounds of ammunition in Washington. Number 23 Minnesota hands number 7 Michigan first loss in 75-57 romp. Vice President-elect Harris will be sworn in by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Igor Shrangovich's OT goal gives Devils 2-1 win over Bruins. Liddell, number 21 Ohio Street Power passed number 14 Illinois 87-81. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, January 17th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. At least 12 police officers and supervisors suspended after lounging, popping popcorn in Congressman's office amid looting, sources say. Plastic surgeons seeing Zoom boom among stay-home remote workers during pandemic. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Prince William says he is proud of the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh for having COVID jab. TV drama plans to feature a meeting between Boris Johnson's love child, 11, and baby Wilfred. Boogaloo Boys will continue their armed rally in D.C. on Sunday despite 15,000 National Guard troops. Fears up to 600,000 women are at risk as cervical smear tests are cancelled or missed in lockdown. Prince Andrew asked online troll to help discredit his sex accuser. U.S. claims researchers at Chinese Institute fell ill weeks before the world knew of COVID. Sarah Vine, WATV's Tom has got to tell Harry and Meghan. Dan Hodges, the second wave of COVID swamped Captain Hindsight, and a jab could wash him away. Hundreds of people are evacuated from Germany's Frankfurt International Airport. Gillian Anderson bemused by speed of ex-Peter Allen's new romance with Jemima Khan. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Head of Germany's biggest state takes helm of Angela Merkel's party, and shot to succeed her as chancellor. Expo 2020 unveils key pavilion in Dubai as pandemic surges. India launches what could be the world's largest vaccination campaign, but it's unclear if one of the vaccines works. A lab in Italy reported a cluster of the UK coronavirus variant, but that wasn't enough to stop the spread. Another UN peacekeeper killed in Mali, 5th in a week. In Uganda, Museveni steamrolls to a 6th term, billions in US aid help him stay in power. Nepali team first to top world's second tallest peak in winter. The U.S. sent Central American asylum seekers to Guatemala to seek refuge. None were granted asylum, report says. Leaders in Mexico and Poland look to curb power of social media giants after Trump bans. Massive blackouts have hit Iran. The government is blaming Bitcoin mining. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news. UK records 295 more deaths and a further 41,346 cases. Japan's COVID second wave linked to rise in suicides. This is not justice. Supreme Court liberals slam Trump's federal executions. Leicester goes second as James Madison sets up win over Southampton. I feel wronged. U.S. Capitol rioter asks Donald Trump for pardon. Video. Attorney in Mike Lindell martial law plan denies knowing of pro-Trump plot. Hell to pay. Church of Satan mourns arson at New York Halloween house. Major NRA donor to challenge gun group's bankruptcy over alleged fraud. European roundup, Dortmund and Leipzig slip up as PSG go top of League One. Chelsea back to winning ways as Mason Mount sinks 10-man Fulham. Joe Biden names scientific advisors and seeks to bring Eric Lander into cabinet. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Far-right video blogger, men with Confederate flag among latest Capitol arrests. Dr. Dre back home after reported brain aneurysm treatment. Trial date set in alleged plot to kidnap Michigan governor. Bus driver in dramatic bridge plunge says it just took off. SEAL pleads guilty to role in hazing death of Green Beret. Health fraud case, Mississippi pharmacy owner gets 18 years. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. SLS, NASA's mega rocket engine test ends early. COVID-19, France begins 6 p.m. curfew. Biden inauguration, all 50 U.S. states on alert for armed protests. Uganda, veteran leader Yoweri Museveni declared election winner. Nepali climbers make history with winter summit of K2 mountain. Mount Semeru, erupting volcano spews ash above Indonesia's Java island. Isami, spacing out and a famous frozen waterfall. Tennis stars arrival angers stranded Australians. Armin Laschet elected leader of Merkel's CDU party. Dustin Hicks, final execution of Trump presidency is carried out. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Live updates, scattered, small protests at state capitals, police, FBI seek help finding suspect who attacked officer. Capitol Police arrest Virginia man who tried to pass security checkpoint with gun, unauthorized inauguration credential. Biden, advisors to lead with science and truth. COVID live updates, 566,000 U.S. deaths by May 1st, model predicts, Biden details vaccination plan. AP exclusive, Selena Gomez, big tech cashing in from evil. Snow dusts Paris landmarks as cold spell hits. Vaccination drive kicks off in various Indian cities. State capitals on alert for potential armed protests. The day in pictures. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Total coronavirus cases in LA County top 1 million, more contagious strain found there. National Guard deployed around Sacramento in preparation for potential unrest. Drive to get COVID-19 vaccine to LA firefighters loses steam as 40% fail to show up. Column, what do conductor Gustavo Dudamel and rocker John Densmore have in common? Plenty. Limited supply of COVID-19 vaccine likely to slow rocky rollout for California seniors. Caltech to remove name of founding president, a eugenics supporter, from buildings. Light at the end of tunnel or a small blip, flattening COVID-19 numbers bring hope in California. This former politician wants politicians to know what it's like to be jobless, get COVID, scrape to survive. He led the Valley's campaign to break from LA now, his website is a refuge for the far right. Biden plans early legislation to offer legal status to 11 million immigrants without it. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, January 17th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Left stranded, U.S. Navy sonar linked to whale beachings in Pacific, say scientists. Turkey accused of agreeing to hand over Uyghur Muslims to China in exchange for access to its COVID-19 vaccines. Allegations stem from timing of two events, long-delayed arrival of Turkey's order of vaccines from Chinese and Beijing's abrupt move to ratify 2017 extradition deal with Uyghur. FBI probing if foreign governments, groups funded extremists who helped execute Capitol attack. Switzerland issues U.S. travel warning. Post-COVID lungs worse than the worst smoker's lungs, surgeon says. Thousands of people marched through Vienna on Saturday to protest against restrictions on public life designed to curb the coronavirus pandemic, holding signs including "Coors must go" and "Make influenza great again." France goes under nationwide 6 p.m. curfew as COVID-19 death toll surpasses 70,000. Police disperse crowd of anti-lockdown protesters in downtown Toronto. Tens of thousands of protesters marched across France Saturday to denounce a security bill critics say would restrict the filming of police and posting images to social media, notably to document cases of police brutality. Canadian who shares name, occupation with Trump supporter who stormed U.S. Capitol harassed online. Belarus, wheel build cams with barbed wire, audio with voice that sounds like Deputy Interior Minister leaked. Israel rejects WHO's request to provide Palestine medics COVID vaccines. Uganda says president wins sixth term as vote rigging alleged. After Brexit, UK seeks worker rights reforms, setting up EU clash. UK reportedly wants to scrap 48-hour limit on length of working week. Location COVID tests because the cost of self-isolating is too high. UK. The next headlines are from Forbes. The Green Bay Packers receive a huge lift from their fans. Facebook's chief revenue officer shares predictions for 2021. James Harden makes history in Brooklyn Nets debut with 30-point triple-double. James Harden Nets historic triple-double in Brooklyn debut win over Orlando Magic. The Green Bay Packers are one step away from the Super Bowl. Timing of Kyrie Irving's return to Nets to be determined, Steve Nash says. Pacers guard Karis Levert out indefinitely after MRI reveals small mass on left kidney. Georgia GOP election official blames Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene for Senate loss. Student loan freeze and eviction ban on Biden's long list for first 10 days. Twitter, InfoWars, and News says Orinki Sefi, protecting the public conversation, security, risk. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Joe Biden named top geneticist Eric Lander a science advisor. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,679,890,861 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Crip Camp wins Best Feature at IDA Documentary Awards, full winners list. WWE moves WrestleMania 37 to Tampa Bay, sets Dallas and LA for 38-39. Dr. Dre recovering at home after brain aneurysm. Neil Mahoney, Emmy-nominated editor for Key and Peele and Drunk History, dies at 43. IATS calls for live venues to become COVID vaccination sites using union labor. Before TikTok inspired a rising tide for sea shanties, the Beach Boys charted one of their own. Far-right streaming personality Baked Alaska arrested after Capitol riot. James Murdoch denounces media property owners for spreading disinformation leading to Capitol riot. Bling Empire and House of Ho, the reality show descendants of crazy rich Asians. Events and performances to watch on and before Inauguration Day. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Federal prisons on lockdown because of current events. Man arrested near Capitol with loaded handgun and 500 rounds of ammunition. Biden to quickly sign orders mandating masks, reversing Trump travel ban and more. House lawmakers open investigation into Capitol attack. State houses brace for potential violence as Biden's inauguration approaches. Up to 25,000 troops descend on Washington for Biden's inauguration. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. Uganda election, President Yoweri Museveni declared winner as Bobi Wine alleges fraud. Opinion, the fringe of America's fabric. The following headlines are from The Week. Here's what Biden reportedly plans to do his first day in office. Biden introduces new science team, says its most exciting announcement so far. Why historians may suffer far from more holes than usual while researching the Trump administration. Trump reportedly began choreographing premature victory speech weeks before election. GOP officials are reportedly worried controversial pro-Trump House members could run for Senate, governor. India launches massive vaccination campaign. HHS Secretary is our latest White House official to criticize Trump, plans to stick around to aid Biden transition. 10 things you need to know today, January 16, 2021. U.S. carries out 13th and final execution under Trump administration. 5 more scathing cartoons about Trump's second impeachment. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Space Launch System performs a dramatic hot fire test, blasting with all 4 engines at once. The UK is considering nuclear propulsion in space. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, January 17th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The next news is from Politico. Biden's first 100 days. Mother-son duo facing conspiracy charges for role in Capitol assault. Census Bureau says Trump's push to exclude undocumented is dead. Biden plans dozens of executive orders for early days of presidency. Man arrested at inauguration checkpoint with gun, ammo. Guardsmen stationed at U.S. Capitol building to get cots. Hotel pulls plug on Wally fundraiser. House launches probe into intelligence failures preceding Capitol insurrection. Far-right media figure Baked Alaska arrested in riot probe. FBI warned of potential extremist violence at January 17th rally. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Coronavirus updates live, NSW records 6 new local COVID-19 cases as Australian Open players forced into lockdown after more positive tests. Fears for man missing after swim in Brisbane River. Australia versus India Hive updates, Hazelwood does it again with crucial scalp of pant. Biden outlines 10-day blitz of executive actions to nullify Trump era. Guatemala cracks down on migrant caravan bound for United States. Inside Twitter's decision to cut off Trump. Recovery operation for dead man wedged under rock in Colo River. Harden debuts for with triple-double, Durant scores 42, Nets win. Cyclone Kimmy expected to strengthen and pummel coast from Monday. More couples seeking relationship help after COVID-19 lockdowns. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. There are 6 types of retirees, which are you? Therese Poletti's Tech Tales, after Capitol insurrection and fallout, it is time for new laws for social media. Outside the box, so much of retirement planning is wishful thinking, what I've learned after 3 years of actually being retired. Market snapshot, Biden's Rescue America plan is big, how its trillions could help both Wall Street and Main Street. The moneyest, my son inherited money after his father was killed in an accident, a woman came forward with another legal heir, what now? The moneyest, my wife found a half-brother through Ancestry.com, are we morally or ethically obligated to share her father's estate? The moneyest, they get free money, people will receive more stimulus payments and unemployment insurance, why is there no accountability? Keywords. For some, Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 rescue plan is a lifeline and couldn't come a moment too soon. Newswatch. Biden's Rescue America plan is big. How its trillions could help both Wall Street and Main Street. Deaths of despair during COVID-19 have risen significantly in 2020, new research says. The next headlines are from Quartz. Scientists' findings in Tanzania show how ancient humans used tools 2 million years ago. Fintech and solar startups kept funding up in Africa's ecosystem in 2020 despite the pandemic. Uganda's President Museveni has been declared the winner of a tense election amid fraud allegations. African users won't dump WhatsApp even with a Facebook privacy fear. BlackRock is forcing finance to take climate risk seriously. Authoritarians have a love-hate relationship with social media. The crises looming over Biden's inauguration make it all the more important. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. This week in Tech Dirt history, January 10-16th. A few more thoughts on the total deplatforming of Parler and infrastructure content moderation. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Saints vs. Bucks. Karis Levert. Baked Alaska. Nets. Wesley Allen Beeler. Godzilla vs. Kong. Powerball drawing. UFC 257. Ravens. Chelsea. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Frankfurt airport's evacuation sparked by man shouting "I will kill you all, Allahu Akbar," when confronted for not wearing mask. Media sounds the alarm as man nabbed in DC with pistol, 500 rounds of ammo and fake pass. Neglects to tell rest of the story. Over 7,000-strong migrant caravan inches closer to U.S. border as Biden vows to end Trump's asylum policies. Reporter who tried to cancel NFL coaching candidate for anti-gay remark in college is outed for his own racist, homophobic tweets. America is back. Biden fills State Department slots with more Obama vets, including Ukraine coup plotter Victoria Nuland. Argentina received second batch of Russian Sputnik V vaccine against COVID-19, video. Show me something spectacular. Dana White says Khabib could reverse retirement decision if lightweight rivals impress. 10,000 protesters decry COVID-19 curves in Vienna, face counter-protest, videos. I'm fine and happy. Ronald Koeman puts on a brave face after admitting Barca are unlikely to sign players in January window. Frankfurt Airport evacuated in police operation. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. What's the true agenda behind the movement to abolish the Electoral College? Biden to immediately send Congress bill that would offer citizenship to 11 million illegals. An Orwellian purge, why H.G. Wells' The Shape of Things 2 has arrived today. Tough months ahead, New York City's lackluster recovery continues to decimate businesses and livelihoods. What will WHO experts find during their Wuhan trip? Goldman sounds the alarm on stocks. When euphoria is this high, it's a good time to reduce risk. Tech supremacy, Silicon Valley can no longer conceal its power. UFO in Cape Hatteras, viral video sparks debate of mysterious flying object. Iran releases rare footage of prior IRGC ballistic missile attack on U.S. forces. L.A. County first in U.S. to top 1mm cases, live updates. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. NASA cuts short ground test of its giant moon rocket. Thousands of Hondurans advance on foot in US-bound caravan. U.S. states brace for potential violence before Biden inauguration. Zango leaps into record books with world indoor triple jump mark. Can the Open Skies Treaty survive? Tunisian PM appoints new ministers in cabinet reshuffle. Museveni, one-time critic of clinging to power, wins 6th term. Brazil, COVID hit Amazonas state receives more emergency supplies. Armed group captures military base in northeast Nigeria. Biden nominates Iran nuclear deal negotiator to State Department. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Migrant caravan in Guatemala pushes through border from Honduras, heading to USA. Blind veteran adopts San Diego rescue dog without eyes. Biden readying legislative, executive blitz in administration's first 10 days. Joe Biden's amnesty strategy hides the money by denying border safeguards. Ralph Lauren drops Justin Thomas after Geisler caught on hot mic. Disabled Pennsylvania veteran receives roof for damaged home. Mexico back on anti-Christian persecution index in 2021. Woke Lancet, Biden presidency a fundamental reset, opportunity for American renewal. U.S. bishops urge shift in focus from skin color to character. Democrats again consider bailing out the wealthy with billions in tax cuts. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Amazon launches $2 billion housing fund to make 20,000 affordable homes available for working families in 3 cities. This could be your dream job. Thousands apply to be caretakers on remote Irish island. 4 major Asian nations cancel 80% of planned coal power projects after fossil fuel market crashes in 2020. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, January 17th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Sick of 2020? This hotline allows people to scream and hang up. Reddit stole an ambulance. This man owns $321 in Bitcoin, but he cannot access it because he lost his password. We asked a girl who collects every mosquito she's killed, why? Betty White reveals how she plans to spend her 99th birthday in quarantine. Oscar Mayer hiring hot doggers to drive Wienermobile. Shocking study finds electric eels hunt together. Coffee County Health Department nurses decline to give the COVID vaccine. Fake U.S. leg band may save pigeon from execution in Australia. No parole for Dunedin woman who tried to carjack nun while high on LSD. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. DIY music production software like Logic Pro 10 is now the mainstream. Here's what you need to know. Forget coding, you can now solve your AI problems with Excel. WhatsApp delays its privacy policy update by 3 months, but what's the point? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, January 17th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA conducts test of SLS rocket core stage for Artemis I moon mission. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. 3 quick thoughts on Bayou 72-63 win at San Francisco. State colleges, Vapor State hits 22 3-pointers in 80-point rout of Yellowstone Christian. Rodgers, Packers beat Rams 32-18 to reach NFC title game. Utah long-term care facilities start receiving antibody treatment given to President Trump for COVID-19. SLC's Nathan Chen wins short program at U.S. Figure Skating Championships. John Arthur, educators literally put their lives on the line. Stephen Ashworth shines in Utah State men's basketball 64-59 win over San Diego State. Democrats pick Ogden physician to fill vacancy in Utah House. Utah reports record 231 patients hospitalized in intensive care unit for COVID-19. Adelaide Parker, economic relief for Utah's low-income families. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. After 2 years on Mars, NASA's digger declared dead. Major component malfunction ends SLS rocket test early, NASA considers new timeline. Robert Kringley predicted the death of IT in 2020, was he right? Online far-right movements fracture, as gullible QAnon supporters criticized. Apple suspended social media platform Winkin from its App Store. Thousands of users unknowingly joined Signal because of a 12-year-old app. Google employees try baking recipes created by AI. Superconducting microprocessors, turns out they're ultra-efficient. Joe Biden promotes science advisor to U.S. cabinet-level position. U.S. President-elect Biden starts new Twitter account, criticizes policy on PA2's account. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missing Bridgeton mother and 2-year-old daughter found dead. St. Louis ambush welcomes limited number of fans for return of soccer. Police arrest man trying to enter D.C. security checkpoint with loaded gun, fake inauguration credentials. Florida hotel cancels Senator Hawley fundraiser following U.S. Capitol uprising. Illinois police search for 2 missing Godfrey teens. Councilwoman suggests going to court following heated dispute over chair votes. 3 men on the loose after escape from Iron County Jail. Cardinals, Flaherty still without deal, swap art figures. 2021 St. Louis Cardinals Care Winter warm-up moves to all virtual. Unity is power, Sknucks unveiled shirt for employees. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. 85-year-old missing from Little Italy. Biden to prioritize legal status for millions of immigrants. California congressman tests positive for coronavirus. Motorcyclist killed in I-5 crash. Holiday weekend brings high surf advisory. County reports 3K new coronavirus cases, 28 deaths. Police arrest man trying to enter D.C. security checkpoint with loaded gun, fake inauguration credentials. If you received unemployment benefits you could owe taxes. Caught on video, ARP woman hitches ride on semi-trailer truck. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. U.S. official, Israel carried out serious strikes using American intelligence. Pompeo's dinner with Mossad was about egos, not serious strikes. Pics with Mossad chief, settlement winds, Pompeo going out in burst of activity. Bag of D, stalker sends penis lollies to victim. Jessica Alba says she has spy cameras in her kids' rooms to monitor them during online school. Spy, how the new bachelors hope to woo bachelorette Lexi Brown, NZ Herald. Adrenaline-fueled rush for small caps, vaccine plays and story stocks dense passive indexing trend. Netflix wins battle for Gal Gadot spy thriller Heart of Stone. Why fans think Cassie Randolph's rumored boyfriend dropped the song shading Colton Underwood. Netflix buys Gal Gadot's spy thriller Heart of Stone. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukraine in talks 2 by 5.56mm assault rifles. U.S. National Guard sends more soldiers in support of the presidential inauguration. U.S. Air Force conducts military operations over Black Sea. U.S. Air National Guard deploys F-35 stealth fighters to Florida. C-17 Globemaster 3 passes 4 million flight hours milestone. Ukraine reportedly to acquire 8 transport aircraft. Russian Air Force conducts a mass launch of An-124 heavy cargo aircraft. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, January 17, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Earthquake reported in Monterey County felt in Bay Area. White Lives Matter banner removed from Bay Area City. Small group of protesters gather outside of closed, guarded Texas Capitol on Saturday. FBI agents arrest Kentucky man for unlawful entry on Capitol grounds. VP Pence visits California military base. Some in the GOP parrot far-right talk of a coming civil war. LA County reports first case of more contagious coronavirus variant. Dr. Dre back home after reported brain aneurysm treatment. Biden outlines day one agenda of executive actions. Police arrest man in D.C. with loaded gun, fake inauguration credentials. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Pistons coming to Miami and roll past reeling Heat, 120-100. Bogdanovich, Panarin lead Rangers 2-5-0 win over Islanders. Fabry's late goal lifts Red Wings over Hurricanes 4-2. Chinese city reports coronavirus found on ice cream. Iowa State ends Baylor's 61-game home court winning streak. Raptors use late free throws for 116-113 win over Hornets. Jim Tillman, Chicago TV newsman, meteorologist, pilot, dies at 86. COVID-19 cases per county, zip code as of January 15. Grammar Moses, there will be no swearing in this column. Dogs, drones and firefighters team up to find missing people. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bulgaria, Greece, Iran, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, January 17th in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Innocent man hurt after Texas bounty hunters broke in and started shootout. A pop-up bar inspired by The Office debuts in downtown Houston this weekend. People turned away at Minute Maid Park after COVID-19 vaccine appointments overbooked. City of Katy Dog Park to install new security camera to reduce number of abandoned dogs. Pepperoni Pizza Hot Pockets recalled over possible glass contamination. Dr. Dre back home after being hospitalized in LA with apparent brain aneurysm. Great weather through MLK Day, rain to follow. Man holds 40-day vigil outside wife's king with hospital window. New study finds COVID-19 increases risk of preterm birth. Homeowner in Canada creates display of polar bears with snow. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Wong scores 30, leads Miami over number 16 Louisville 78-72. Steele takes lead with 61 to get another chance in Sony Open. Keepa scores 15 as number 4 Texas romps over K-State 82-67. Ravens QB Lamar Jackson leaves game with concussion. Morant returns, Grizzlies top 76ers 106-104 for fourth straight. Thomas, Watford rally LSU past South Carolina 85-80. Richardson scores go-ahead goal as Preds beat Columbus 5-2. The following headlines are from the Gothamist. Extra, calling first dibs on Captain America's abandoned LA Mavs. Marriott Marquis workers rally for severance and rehire rights following layoff announcement. FBI arrests upstate New Yorker for allegedly breaking into U.S. Capitol building using shield. Map, how New York is doing with its COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NYPD releases new disciplinary guidelines, but commissioner still has final say on penalties. NRA flees NY for gun-friendly Texas after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. How an unchecked walkie-talkie app served as a haven for some Capitol Hill insurrectionists. Coronavirus updates, New York City's COVID-19 positivity rate declines for third straight day. NYPD, woman steals postal truck in Brooklyn for wild joyride, smashing into several parked cars. The next headlines are from Observer.com. Best pheromones for men, top 5 pheromone colognes to attract women, 2021 reviews. 70s art legend Colette just raised enough funds to save her living environment. Inside the video art origins of How To with John Wilson. 18 best social media analytics tools. Keem Johnson and Madeleine Brewer unwind their ultimate playlist of noise. The best new movies and TV shows to watch this weekend. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 2.99 mag strikes near Aromas in CA. Light earthquake, 4.15 mag was detected near Aromas in CA. Moderate earthquake 5.2 mag, 103 kilometers E of Luganville, Vanuatu. Minor earthquake 3.24 mag, 13 kilometers southwest of Olancha, CA. Minor earthquake, M3.37 quake has struck near Cruz Bay in U.S. Virgin Islands. Minor earthquake, 3.82 mag strikes near Olancha in CA. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, 47 kilometers northeast of Thunder Elancha, Iran. Light earthquake, 4 mag has occurred near Olancha in CA. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near Torrijos in Philippines. Minor earthquake, 2.91 mag strikes near Viola in CA. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Advisors propose new system to regulate China's overseas investments. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Silicon Valley and West-backed foundation announce global initiative for COVID-19 vaccine records. Microsoft, Salesforce and Oracle back plan to develop a digital COVID vaccination passport. Who planned a false flag on Capitol Hill? Biden picks NR, Monsanto Tom Vilsack to head the USDA. Consent manufacturing for Patriot Act II continues. 55 people died in U.S. after receiving COVID-19 vaccines, reporting system. Germany to put COVID rule breakers in detention camp. America's slide into economic oblivion is already starting to accelerate here in 2021. QAnon bears striking resemblance to Bolshevik psyop from 1920s known as Operation Trust. Guardian smears Syria's president with implausible link to Beirut's port blast. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Betty White marks 99th birthday Sunday, up late as she wants. Will Trump's mishandling of records leave a hole in history? Did Burger King unveil a new logo? Some in the GOP parrot far-right talk of a coming civil war. Is the Barbie Ouija board in this photo real? Was an engagement ring hidden in a necklace for 2 years? Nestle recalls 762,000 pounds of pepperoni Hot Pockets. Far-right personality Baked Alaska arrested in riot probe. Were empty PS5 boxes sold on eBay for thousands of dollars? Did CNN issue correction that Ted Cruz's QAnon pin was actually a Doritos chip? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Bogus claims whirls ahead of Biden inauguration. What do the new coronavirus variants mean for the pandemic? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. I know why Haredi Jews joined neo-Nazis at the Trumpist riot. A serial rapist terrified a black sorority for a decade. Police just cracked the case. Zip Time Mom, far-right streamer Baked Alaska among new Capitol arrests. The off-season is the best season at these national parks. Here's how the military should deal with its Capitol rioters. Lighthouses are just waiting for you to fall in love with them. Our two worst presidents were both total racial arsonists. How Biden and the Democrats can expand their majority. These states could outlaw transgender teens' access to health care and sports. The Boogaloos are pitching a big tent for far-right violence. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Chicago woman accused of robbing 4 stores within 1 hour. Rangers provide tantalizing glimpse of what they can be. Housing may again be behind the 2008 ball. At least 2 arrested at Barclays Center rally demanding NYPD reforms. Packers overwhelm Rams with punishing ground game. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Astronomers edge closer to detecting background sea of gravitational waves. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Mexican cardinal claims COVID vaccine has satanic microchips, gets flagged on Facebook. Mississippi pharmacy owner gets 18 years in healthcare fraud case. Bitcoin bozo offers $70 MTO excavate landfill where missing cryptocurrency hard drive tossed. Conservative GOP senator gets boot from fundraising venue in Florida. Annual Michigan moose and wolf survey is halted by pandemic. Spanish mountain climber Sergio Mingo dies on K2. Satanists shaken by Poughkeepsie arson, there's going to be hell to pay. Ice cream in China tests positive for COVID. Saturday's winning Powerball numbers, Mega Millions jackpot soars to $850 million. Biden's ambitious agenda for first day in office would address pandemic, start rollback of Trump policies. The following headlines are from military.com. Arlington Cemetery to close for Inauguration Day amid massive security lockdown. Fort Bliss soldier charged with raping fellow soldier a year before her New Year's Eve death. Army orders to South Korea garrisons to shelter in place amid coronavirus outbreak. White Army vet charged in shooting black girl at Trump rally. U.S. calls Bahrain, UAE major security partners. Mexican president accuses U.S. of fabricating drug case against ex-defense chief. Dorothy Schmidt-Cole, oldest living Marine, dies at 107. Diary shows how quest for love landed Navy vet in Iran jail. Army offers $25,000 cash reward for tips on drill sergeant's murder. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 5,343 new confirmed and probable COVID-19 cases and 130 additional deaths reported Saturday. Illinois Department of Corrections officer accused of forgery. Southern Illinois first to return to indoor dining, State Department of Public Health says. Illinois State University president to receive $46,000 bonus before June retirement. Woman accused of robbing 4 7-Elevens in less than an hour during Thursday crime spree on Northwest sides, prosecutors. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 130 new deaths, 5,343 new confirmed and probable cases and 102,372 new test results. Coronavirus at Illinois long-term care facilities, 69,398 confirmed cases and 8,986 deaths. Pandemic holds one of world's longest-running wildlife studies on Michigan's Isle Royale wolves. The following headlines are from Phys.org. Semeru volcano on Indonesia's Java Island spews hot clouds. Pandemic interrupts long-time Isle Royale wolf, moose study. World migration down 30% due to pandemic, UN. Out of control Australian bushfire threatens Perth homes. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, January 17th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The Urdivision extinction, our planet's first brush with death. Can chanting OM reduce stress and anxiety? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Solomon, Ketchel breeze carries Stephen F. Austin past UIW 83-65. Harvard lifts by past San Francisco 72-63. So leads UC Santa Barbara over UC San Diego 84-53. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Monterey County earthquake felt throughout the Greater Bay Area. U.S. Figure Skating Championships, 4-time champ Chen wins short program. A Prius driver's argument for the per mile fee, roadshow. Oscar Grant killing, Civil Rights Coalition renews pressure for charges against ex-bar cop. The latest, China reports a few new cases of COVID-19. Report, former A's pitcher Dave Stewart makes $115 million bid to buy half of Coliseum. Sharks takeaways, split series with Coyotes could be sign of what's to come. Silicon Valley Reads aims to foster connections. Biden seeks quick start with executive actions and aggressive legislation. The latest, man arrested with handgun, ammo at DC checkpoint. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. North Korean parliament to convene to approve Kim's agenda. FBI searches for armored military vehicle in California. Indonesian teams find more bodies, clear roads after quake. Ex-Florida data scientist Rebecca Jones plans to surrender. From baked Alaska to a guy with horns, notable riot arrests. Congresswoman spokesman quits less than 2 weeks into term. Guatemala tries blocking caravan of 9,000 Honduran migrants. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Oil industry reconsiders donations to election deniers, but has its own big lie. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, January 17, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Better diet and glucose uptake in the brain lead to longer life in fruit flies. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 7 shot, 2 fatally, so far this weekend in Chicago. Man fatally shot in Brainerd. 1 killed in Chicago Heights shooting. Number 21 Ohio State powers past number 14 Illinois. Aaron Rodgers, Packers roll over Rams to reach NFC title game. Missing girl, 14, last seen in back of the yards. The winningest high school basketball programs of the decade, number 18 Nor. Woman charged with robbing 4 Chicago convenience stores in less than an hour. Bulls coach Billy Donovan shoots straight from the hip, aiming for the moon. Coronavirus Live blog, January 16, 2021, more than 103,000 Illinois residents have been fully vaccinated. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Missouri's Emily Hernandez took Nancy Pelosi's sign in Capitol riot, feds say. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. The UK coronavirus mutation has arrived in Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, January 17, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Hughes Fabrice Zango smashes world indoor triple jump record with 18.07 m times now. 2021 Tour Pro Swim Series, Regan Smith tops stacked field in 100 ag, Justin Rez secures upset, Swimming World magazine. Chatting with Regan Smith, world champion and world record holder, includes interview, Digital Journal. Arizona has highest rated COVID-19 in world, data shows, ABC 15 Arizona. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player claimed to break almost 10-year-old world record combo with Iceman, Event Hubs. Newly crowned world record holder starting up cycling club in Inuvik, NSL Media. Athletics, Hughes Fabrice Zango breaks indoor triple jump world record, Olympic Channel. New Call of Duty, Warzone world record set by Quads team, PC Games. Nepalese climber aces K2 in Winters, forms new world record, The Nation. Most expensive vessel charter, the ship LNG Aberlan 80 sets world record, World Record Academy. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Facebook will pause ads promoting weapons, accessories and protective equipment until after Biden's inauguration. Unlike Airbnb, Vrbo reportedly won't cancel DC bookings during inauguration week. Bumble reactivates political filter that women use to catfish and report Capitol rioters. Amazon wants other companies to make their own voice assistants, using Alexa's tech, of course. Godzilla vs. Kong is hitting streaming a bit earlier than expected. HBO has tapped a Russian indie director for The Last of Us's pilot. Saturday's best deals, 8-man dash cam, digital air fryer, over-the-sink dish drying racks, USB-powered coffee cup warmer, XPG Spectrix DDR4M, and more. Save space in a tiny kitchen with up to 32% off an over-the-sink dish drying rack. FAA authorizes first commercial smart drone flights. Facebook bans creation of new events near federal and state houses leading up to inauguration. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Geraldton Airport in Australia at 107.42 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Delaagir in Russia at minus 68.62 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. After a decade, NASA's big rocket fails its first real test. What motivates the motivated reasoning of pro-Trump conspiracists? The local politics of Airbnb's ban on DC rentals. The following headlines are from Raw Story. My Pillow guy Mike Lindell prays for military coup after meeting with Trump, report. Giuliani wants rejection of reality to be Trump's impeachment trial defense, report. Harry Reid slams Mitch McConnell, and offers Biden advice on dealing with the GOP leader. Watch, shocking new video timeline of DC insurrection combines videos with 3D map. Alien spacecraft is a serious possibility for explaining mysterious interstellar object, physicist. GOP Senator rips the cable news fantasies that destroyed his party in brutal new essay. FBI investigating foreign Bitcoin payments moving to alt-right before Capitol riot, report. QAnon Congresswoman urges her supporters to call the police on people incited by her lies. Twitter banned Trump, and misinformation dropped 73% the following week, report. Virginia man arrested at DC checkpoint with suspicious credentials, and 500 rounds of ammo, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones, who's rolling out the COVID-19 vaccine the fastest. Trump administration executes federal inmate days before Biden takes office. A list of the lawmakers who joined pro-Trump crowds on the day of the Capitol riot. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 15th update. HHS Secretary blasts Trump's role in Capitol riots in resignation letter. Ahead of Biden's inauguration, extremists trade bomb-making instructions and tactics guides. Amy Coney Barrett set to hear case against Shell, her debt employer for 29 years. Why everybody should be deeply skeptical of corporate America's turn against Trump. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, January 17th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Deadline looms for Pentagon UFO report. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, January 17th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.